didn't call you a jogger.
You called me a jogger, and I'm done with that. Last chance. Did you or didn't you call me a jogger?
I did not call you a jogger.
Not a jogger!
JFR! Sweet. Welcome to What's Up Wednesday. We want to dive right in this morning on running ailments. We're not talking about injuries. What we're talking about is hazards of the trade, okay? We're going to go from the ground up, so today we're going to talk about your feet and some of the things you might notice if you've not been a runner before or if you've started to increase your mileage because you're training for a longer event. But first, we want to thank State Street Tattoo for the contest winners that got tattoos. Steph Whitmore's already been in there. You talk about a little pain to your body that is actually cool. A tattoo's pretty cool. So congratulations, Steph Whitmore.
Looks good.
What's the worst you've had on your feet?
I had a sock fall down. I was running the Bix a few years ago. Probably my senior year in high school. It was like 90 degrees, so stupid hot out.
Right. You were wearing ankle socks.
And I was wearing ankle socks.
So no shows.
It was cool back then.
Now you just wear high tops.
Yep. Jordans. And I was running and got to about mile 6, and just my foot was burning. And I'm like, what? You know, I didn't know what was going on. I was racing. So I crossed the finish line and kicked my shoe off, wearing white running shoes. The entire back part of it was red from bleeding.
For you, what do if you get a blister? Tom pops them with a pin, and then you let them dry out. So you want to sleep at nighttime without your socks on, let it dry out. My mom's a nurse. She always said, no, you don't pop them. You're supposed to let your body reabsorb the moisture. Well, that can take quite a while, and there's pressure in there, so when you're running on it, it hurts. Yeah. So you either have to get one of those little moleskin, and then surround it so you take the pressure off. It's kind of a pain in the butt. I always pop them too and let them dry out. I would be real careful with moleskin or second skin, some of that stuff, because I've used it before and it's supposed to cover that area, but it sticks so tightly to your skin that if the reason you got a blister is because there was rubbing there in the shoe that you're wearing or because of the type of activity. And one time I was doing a race in Malaysia and I tore my heel off of my bottom of my foot. And so I put this moleskin on there, and then all that did was move around in my shoe coming straight down the mountain and basically tore the second layer of skin off with the bandage. I was a hurting unit. Duct tape works pretty cool to cover up some stuff because it'll stay on there, but stuff slides on the duct tape because it's slick, and it seems to decrease the friction on your skin itself. Or 2 pairs of socks, whatever it is. That's blisters. And then black toenails, you get them?
So I've had them twice. Both times they fell off.
They'll eventually fall off.
Yeah, and I pretty much kind of the same. I let them get to the point where they were kind of just
ready to roll,
there, and then I just clipped it.
Couple things you can do is right away, if you get them, to decrease the pressure, you can take a little pin and poke through the toenail and let that pressure release. A lot of times the reason you lose is because there's so much pressure in there. And so if you can decrease that, sometimes the toenail will continue to grow out and eventually the bruising's gone and you have a new toenail there. You can put a bunch of Neosporin around it and then tape it up for like 3 or 4 days and leave it really moist, and sometimes that'll suck some of that pressure out and save the toenail. Or you can do what we just did and pull it off. But then it's kind of rough underneath there, and what you want to do is make sure it's smooth so your toenail grows back properly. And again, Neosporin and maybe a bandage to keep that moist for a while so that as the toenail comes through there, it grows nice and flat and comes back in looking sexy. Going feet up. Next week we'll talk about chafing and what to do and not to do and how to deal with it. But thanks for tuning in. Check us out next week. What's Up Wednesday?
Not a jogger! That was way less exciting than it should have been.
Yeah.
Nothing works up an appetite like ripping off toenails.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
That was way too easy.
No, that wasn't bad, huh?